Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Nick Tan Chats. My name is Nick Tan, and on today's episode, I'll be chatting with you guys about something called Numeris, released by Juman Sarma. So hi again guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for showing up, thanks for tuning in, and thanks for spending some time with me today. So sometime early last month, Juman got in touch with me on Instagram and requested for a review episode of his product called Numeris. Okay, now when I first understood what the product was about and the kind of method that it used, to be honest, I was a little bit hesitant, a little bit resistant to it. I guess I'm a really, old school guy, a bit traditional as well, and I've always found these kinds of methods difficult to set up, hard to understand, and complicated to use as well, okay? But I gave it a go, and I'm pretty glad that I did. Some time ago, there was a big buzz in the magic and mentalism community because of the updates that happened with the iPhone, right, on iOS 18, and we all began to realize that the calculator no longer served us in the way that we normally use it. And people have come up with workarounds, as to how to continue using the calculator, right, to achieve a desired outcome, right? Because it's a really convenient way of doing it, really quick, neat, and tidy. I too personally have developed a method, a sequence rather, of replicating what we used to do with the old calculator on iOS, okay? And it's a method that I've not shared with many people. I think only a handful of people know about it and are using it now actually. So on top of that, I also have my old phone, which I've not updated, so it's still running on the old iOS, which I still use from time to time, if I really want to be, convenient about it, and I'll just bring this on stage and just, do the whole thing, with the number, right? But this solution too will eventually, not work, and I think that's where Numeris comes into play. So as you've probably figured out by now, Numeris allows you a way of using the current iOS calculator, okay, to generate, the desired outcome that you wish. Okay, so audience members can, contribute numbers, they are keyed into the phone, the calculator. They can all follow along, right, using their phones at their seats. Okay, which is something that I really like, right? Everybody feels involved in some way. And at the end, of the whole thing, once, equals is pressed, your desired outcome will be there. All right, so Numeris is a way of doing it, and let me tell you more about it right now. So there are a couple of things you can do with Numeris, okay? But for me, if I were to use Numeris, it will just be for the basic function of generating that outcome, okay? So let me tell you about what it looks like to your audience, okay? So what you do is you take out your phone, you bring up the calculator function on your phone, and you request everyone in the audience take out their phone as well. They can follow along, right? So you request for people to generate, give you some random numbers. That number is keyed in, you hit plus. Another number is given to you, you key in that number, you hit plus, you repeat this a couple of times. It's entirely up to you, and also dependent on the number that you want to have at the end, right? You have to have a logical range of numbers, so to speak, right? You can hit multiply and all that, and then, they will hit equals, they'll arrive at a running total, okay? And everybody has that running total, and from here you hit plus again, and you tell everybody to just hang on. You're going to get somebody to generate a random number for you. So what happens here is you take the phone, right? You hold it face down. You have another spectator randomly punch in a couple of numbers, and then they can show the number, right? It will be shown in the equation, okay? Because now iOS shows you the equation, right? It will show you the running total plus the number that the spectator has apparently keyed in, okay? You announce that number to the whole audience. They key that in as well. Everybody presses equals, and your desired outcome is there. It's really, as clean as it is. There's no fiddling with the screens and stuff. Once you have set this up, it will do everything for you. So what do you get when you purchase Numeris? Well, you'll get a tutorial video which runs under an hour or so, I think, and on that video, Juman will take you through everything you need to know about how to set up and also how to perform Numeris. Okay, so in terms of setting it up, it will be really simple. There'll be a couple of QR codes that are given to you. All you have to do is to just run the QR codes, install whatever it is you need to install on your phone, and you are off and running. Just give it a couple of tries, a couple of run-throughs, and you will see that it's really, really simple to use. There will be a couple of settings on your phone that you will need to ensure are toggled, okay, or are not toggled, so to speak, okay, in order for the method to work. Okay, but Juman goes through everything really clearly. So all you need to do is to follow along with your phone, and you should have no problems to use Numeris. The actual execution of the sequence itself, well, there are just a couple of bits that you do need to remember, as you are performing Numeris, okay, but it's not difficult. You just really have to just run through it a couple of times, and it will kind of really just simulate what we used to do with the original method, okay, that we used to use, right, before the updates happened. What I really like about this is that, the running total can be seen, and you can see that it's adding the number that is apparently randomly pressed, by the audience member, and the person who has just done the inputs, can see the numbers. They can call out the numbers to the whole audience, and everybody just keys that in as well, and then everybody does the equals at the same time, and we all arrive at the same number. So it really just looks as clean as that. So there will be a couple of ways for you to perform Numeris. There is a preset version. So if you already know what it is you're going to be doing before your show, you can obviously set that up, and there is also a way that Juman teaches you where you can do things on the fly, right? So for example, if you've had a bill, a dollar bill handed to you, you spot the serial number, right, and then you can immediately set it up for that to happen as well. There is also a Facebook group that is available that you can join, for more ideas and stuff. And Juman, well, he shared with me that he's got applications that are more visual in nature, whereby numbers from the calculator vanish, and appear on the back of a playing card, perhaps. Those applications, well, I didn't really go into that because, well, it's not my interest, so to speak, and it's not something I'm interested to perform. So for me, Numeris just is all about that basic use, right? Getting a number generated by the calculator. But all in, nothing much to say about Numeris. It's a really great system, really simple to use once you've got it in your phone, and it's not an app, okay? It's not an app at all. You don't have to install an app, and set up an app. You just have to, well, if you've been using iPhones for a while, I'm sure you know about this feature that is built into the iPhone, right? I'm trying not to spell it out here, but if you know iPhones, it just requires you to install something, all right, that Juman has written, okay, into your phone. And once you have that set up, you just have to run it, okay, and it will do the work for you. But again, all in, Numeris is a great method, great system, easy to use, easy to understand, and it will still enable you to perform with the iOS calculator. I want to thank Juman for very kindly sharing this with me so that I can chat about it with you guys on this show and also use it in my own work. If you'd like to have a look at Numeris, I will leave the link in the description box down below. But that's all for today's episode, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it and got something out of it for yourselves. Till the next episode, do stay safe, take care of yourselves, have fun with your magic and your mentalism, and I will see you on the next one.